So, check this out, people. Do you guys remember when the AMC squeeze was first brought to our attention some 4 years ago? The same with the GME squeeze. Now, every time you turn around, there's a new squeeze. It's either Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, XLRP, whatever it is. There's always something, right? And if you go back to the scumbags who originally pumped AMC, you're going to find that they're no longer here. You're going to find that those who are still here are no longer pumping AMC. They've moved on to the next big thing. They've moved on to the next squeeze because there's always something new. There's always something different. You see, what these people do is this. When AMC doesn't squeeze after a few years, they simply change their content. They simply move on to the next scam. And the people who previously watched them concerning AMC are now hooked on the new so-called squeeze about Shiba Inu, for example, and other stocks or cryptos that these original AMC pumpers are now pumping because they see that their nonsense and their lies can't continue. You got to understand this, people. The scam is not that AMC is going to squeeze. That's not the scam. The scam is not that AMC isn't going to squeeze. The scam is that they're pumping AMC in order to get the views so that you can continue to watch them so that they continue to get paid. That's the scam. The scam is that they continue to get money through their ad revenue, through Discords, PayPal, Patreons, people who donate. And so the scam continues for them because people like you continue to watch. And because people like you continue to watch, they continue to sell you what they know you're going to buy. And that's nonsense. That's nonsense. Just like Marantz Rants is selling you nonsense. You see, because he's selling Discords for $79. Do you honestly think he's going to stop pumping GME when people like you are paying him $79 just to watch him bullshit you, just to watch him talk about how much he grinds, how much more he does than everyone who watches him? Because he does more than everybody. He's the only one who grinds. He's the only one who does. He's the only one who has. He's the only one who spends. He's the only one who's living large on YouTube. Everyone else is just a lowlife, according to him. And that's why you pay him $79 on his Discords to listen to him talk about, or Patreons, or whatever it is you watch, to pay him this money so he can continue to blow smoke up your behind concerning GME. See, because just like all these other scumbags on AMC who are pumping it, who have to change their narratives, Marantz Rants is also changing his narratives. This is why he does these connect the dots nonsense, so that when you realize that GME ain't going nowhere, he's simply going to move on to the next bullshit, which is his connect the dots. Continue to fly with that. Continue to run that nonsense while you, in turn, will forget about his claims about GME squeezing. And then he too will start deleting his content. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before he does what everyone else has done. You guys remember this guy here? This scumbag? Always greets you with shalom. Always greets you with his bullshit. Moneymaker, Levi something, Levi, who, if you go to his channel today, you will find that he deleted most of his AMC nonsense and now is pumping Shiba Inu and other crypto stocks. Because just like Trace Trades, just like Rico, just like TMI, just like Tony DeNaro, just like all of these other scumbags who originally were pumping AMC, like me, Kevin, Matt Kors, he too has changed his narrative and started pumping other things so that in hopes that you would forget about his claims that AMC was going to squeeze. And of course, the majority of people simply move on with these people into the new narrative because they're so ignorant as to what these people are doing to them, which is selling them lies and nonsense that they have no idea what to do. It's as if though they get off on watching these people. It's like someone who is addicted to gambling. No matter how much he loses, he believes that the next time will be the time that he hit it big. Next time, next time, next time, next time. And that's what these AMC pumpers have done. And then you got these little boys, right? Who people, the last time I posted a video on Mikey's Money, people bombarded me with stupid comments, nonsense, because they didn't like the fact that I went after a 19-year-old kid pumping AMC. And I said that if he got the nerve to scam people, then just like anyone else who's going on YouTube, then he should take an ass whooping just like everybody else on YouTube. Okay? Because he just got here yesterday, and the only reason he's pumping AMC is not because he knows it's going to squeeze. It's not, that's not why he's doing it. I could understand if the kid actually believed what he was saying. But we all know why AMC pumpers pump AMC. We all know why. We all know why my channel doesn't grow. We all know why I don't have 10,000 subscribers. I don't have 10,000 subscribers because I don't pump AMC. If I want 10,000 subscribers within a week, all I have to do is change my narrative to AMC is going to squeeze today. I just bought AMC. Buy the dip. It's only a matter of time. All this bullshit, all this nonsense. And now you got Thomas James claiming that this year AMC will reach its highest this year. And since its lowest is $2.98, its highest would probably be $5 this year. You see, anyone who bets that AMC is going up is going to lose. Anyone who bets that AMC is going down is going to win. I bought a $3 put on AMC last month for Friday, April 5th of this year. A $3 put, which expires tomorrow. And thankfully, AMC hit $2.98 yesterday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, whenever it was. The point is that I sold it at a profit. The only way you're going to make money on AMC is if you bet against it. The only way you're going to make money on GME is if you bet against it. This is not to say that GME is not going up $2 or $3 within the next few months. This isn't to say that AMC will not go up $1 or $2 within the next few months. Stocks go up and stocks go down. That's part of the game. That's part of the market. They go down and then they go up. They go up and then they go down. The problem with people is that they don't understand that when AMC goes up, it goes up a little bit and then it goes down a lot. Then it goes up a little bit and then it goes down even more. So that in turn, you're losing more than you're actually making. And for those who bought AMC last year and continue to hold, you cannot tell me that when AMC goes up to $6, that you have any reason to celebrate. That if AMC goes up to $8, that you have any reason to celebrate. Because that doesn't even bring you to have your losses regained if AMC does reach $8 again. If it does. Because most of you are at such a huge loss. Anyone who bought into AMC last year believing that they were buying the dip at $30, $25, $20, $15, $10 are at a huge loss. So it doesn't matter if AMC goes up $2 or $3. None of you are going to regain your losses. Just like Marantz is not going to regain his losses, talking about I'm averaging down. When you average down this low, you're simply throwing money away. It's just that simple. I don't care what anybody says, talking about, oh, I'm averaging down. How the fuck can you average down from $200 a share to $3 a share, or rather $13, $11 a share where GME is right now, and say you're averaging down. You simply continuing to buy the dip that keeps dipping and dipping and dipping, because all GME has done is go down and down and down. And so you continue to watch Marantz Rants, because when you type in GME, his face is the only one that pops up. His is the only one that pops up. When you type in AMC, it's not like before that everybody's face would pop up. You'd see about 15, 20 people talking about AMC going to the moon. And now that AMC has only tanked, now that there's a possibility that AMC will file for bankruptcy, now all these scumbags who used to pump AMC like moneymaker are not doing it anymore. So where's this guy now? Moneymaker. Where's he now? Pumping Shiba Inu. Just like soon Marantz Rants will stop pumping GME and start pumping his connected dots, talking about how right he is. All of these people are going to disappear one at a time, just like TMI changed this narrative, just like Tony DeNaro did, just like all of these other scumbags, me, Kevin, Matt Kors, all of them. They all have to find a new line of work. They all have to find a new line of careers, all of them. See, Marantz Rants career is YouTube. See, it's funny how much time Marantz Rants has to be on YouTube, pumping GME, spending 7 hours, 6 hours, making 2-3 videos live a day, and then another 5 or 6 short videos to put up on YouTube, claiming that he's always grinding. The fact is that he's always sleeping, because when you're a janitor, especially during the evening hours when no one is working, you can sleep at work. You can sleep at work. This is why when he gets home in the morning, he has plenty of time to be on YouTube on his live streams for 5 or 6 hours, because he just slept all day at work. That's what janitors do. At least in the US, that's what they do. And so you got these people blowing smoke up your behind, making you believe that because they talk smart, they sound smart. Listen, most scammers, if not the majority of scammers, are smart. That's why they're able to scam you. That's why they're able to sell you this snake oil for a healing substance, when in reality it's just snake oil. I can't scam you. I can't scam you because I'm not that smart. I can only tell you the truth. Plus, I don't talk fast enough to scam you. And I don't ask you people to smash the like button. I don't ask you guys to subscribe. I don't say Tanko here with plenty of motivation, no financial advice. You notice that the majority, if not all, of these scammers always start with their narrative claiming that they're not financial advisors. That's the very first thing a scammer does, is remind you that they're not financial advisors. Marantz Rants does it all the time in his monologue, every time he opens up. Every time, no financial advice, plenty of good information. That's what he says. That's what he calls it. Good information. But look at where the good information has taken the majority of GME investors, because he bought in at the top. And he needs to get bailed out. And he needs people like you to bail him out. Because if he doesn't continue to sell this bullshit about GME, he's going to be stuck just like AMC pumpers are stuck. Those who are still in it, who couldn't sell, who claim that they're holding to zero because they got no choice. When there's no choice, you don't have a choice. There's no choice. When you have a choice and you choose to leave it there, then that's different. But when you have no choice because you're so far down that if you take it out, you just lose completely. You could only leave it in and hope and pray that something, by some miracle, AMC will squeeze. So people, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I've been saying this for over 3 years. I've been calling out all these scumbags, and all those people that I've called out, the majority have gone or changed their narratives. And again, the only pumper is Marantz. He'll be here pumping something else when he finds that he's going to look like an idiot selling you this nonsense. But the only real idiots are those that follow him, those that pay him, those who send him money, and those who have been buying into GME because they go on YouTube for stock market information by people who claim they're not financial advisors. I don't tell you I'm not a financial advisor. I don't say that. And I give you advice all the time. What's my advice? Don't believe the hype. What's my advice? Don't listen to these scumbags on YouTube. They're lying to you. That's my advice. Take your profits. Don't leave your money into failing companies and think that you're going to become rich by doing that. You want to get rich? Go to work. Get a job. Hell, McDonald's pays $700 a week in Connecticut. You want to get rich? You want to be guaranteed $700 a week for the next 10, 15 years? Get a job. That's more than you're going to make by putting your money into GME or AMC. You want to get rich? Put $1 a week in the lotto. Gamble that way. You might have a better chance of actually hitting the lotto than AMC will have squeezing at GME squeezing. People, you got to grow up, man. I want to say I feel sorry for the majority of people who have bought into this nonsense, but I can't say that. I can't say that because there were a few people like me on YouTube letting you people know that they're lying to you, that these scumbags are just getting paid, that their MOAS is here every day because people like you send them money, people like you pay them. And so their MOAS is here all the time while your MOAS is NOAS. That's why they keep saying this, because you keep paying, because you keep watching, because they keep getting their ad revenue. They're getting rich off of your backs. YouTube ain't going to pump nothing else. YouTube is not going to push nothing that doesn't say AMC is going to the moon or GME is going to the moon. No one who speaks against AMC or GME is going to grow. We're not going to grow. That's why I have respect for Frankie Muhammad, because Frankie Muhammad had plenty of subscribers and plenty of views when he was talking about AMC, because he was one of the few who actually believed in the cause. And when he saw that he was being lied to, knowing that if he spoke the truth, he was going to lose subscribers and he was going to lose views, he still opted to tell the truth and in turn started losing views and subscribers. But when you're a real man who's here to tell the truth about what you believe in, regardless of what happens in the end, whether or not you win or lose by telling the truth, you stand behind the truth, you're going to win. See, he didn't sell out for an extra $200 or $300 a month. And I'm not going to sell out either. YouTube still hasn't paid me. There are certain requirements that I have to go through in order to get paid. One of those things is change the way I talk, the things I say, and how I say them. I can't do that. People, get your money. Stop listening to these assholes on YouTube. There are better ways to do it. None of us are going to get rich by listening to them. There are other ways to prosper. There are other ways to get yourself right. Focus on your family. Focus on your job. Focus on yourself. And get your mind off this nonsense that someday you're going to get rich by putting your money into the stocks. It's called an investment, which means you have to invest. So when you invest, you put your money into stocks that actually pay dividends, that pay interest, that pay you to keep your money in those stocks rather than putting money into stocks like AMC, GME that pay no dividends, that pay no interest, that simply tank and continue to tank. Get your money, people. These freaking roosters, bro, they don't stop.